start this if you're here on EST, GMAT time, that's Greenwich Meridian time. Yeah, I'm fading. I'm fading. I'm just doing a load of laundry to wash and it's actually a furniture throw that I showed before from Habitat Humanity. Go ahead, go peepees. Go peepees. And the patient will be taking herself into the emergency room. Uh, yeah. The last time I, the last time I went to the emergency room was when I fell off the ladder. When I was in my Barbara the Builder phase, and well, Barbara the Builder fell off the ladder, and that was I saw stars. I've seen stars before. I saw stars when I was assaulted. That was actually no, I saw stars. Okay, I have had a lot of violence against me. I'm going to talk about a story. And thank you to Jose. Jose, thank you. Southern Life, you were telling a story, and I said I'm going to get on here and talk about a couple of incidences. When I was growing up, um, I had shared a story on Instagram. There was a neighbor, a young lady who lived next door to me. She was 5 years older than me. She's the same age as my brother. They were in the same grade. Her older boyfriend, she was like 19, I was 14. Her boyfriend, who was like, I think 19 or maybe 20 at the time, he put the moves on me, right? And I always thought he was cute. Anyway, long story short, I thought they broke up and him and I made out. Okay, so making out, heavy petting, all right? Uh, I tell a girl that lived in the next building, and she went and told her. So anyway, long story short, with that, this girl used to always come at me and hit me, fight me. So of course I didn't. I grew up in the housing projects. I grew up in the housing projects. Game on, stomping ground. It's a hand, my right hand to God. Not that I'm a individual who possesses those traits to be an aggressor. No way am I an aggressor. I'm a very passive. I try to diffuse stuff. I'm very Switzerlandish. I don't like to deal with people. And if you're coming at me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay, okay. So this girl's boyfriend, like I said, we always having like, and like I said, I know how to defend myself. And so this is repetitive, okay? She lived next door to me. And after one incident, after once again she got a nice tune up. Um, this girl's boyfriend, the girl's name was Marie. Her boyfriend's name was Anthony. He had a brother, he had a bunch of brothers. These two, after I had this altercation with her, these two jumped me. Okay, this was at the city. This was at PS 103. They used to have the community center there, and the kids would hang out over there. The teenagers, when it was cold, they'd have basketball, and you could play the shuffle. You know what you do in school, right? For recreation when it's bad weather. These two boys ended up. They jumped me, right, and I got kicked in the head, right. Now I never told anybody about that. I didn't speak upon that because my reaction is not a good reaction. So that happened, and so anyway, I just unfortunately I've had violent incidents happen, but for those who perpetrated me, they always they were always met with nice surprises. I'll just leave it at that. Nice surprises. Unbeknownst on where these surprises came from. So um, now, growing up, living in the projects as a kid, um, it would have been minimal effort. I mean, when I tell you minimal effort for me to rally up about 50 or 100 people from Eden Wall and Baychester projects. And it would have been a race war. All right. I didn't. Anyway, these people, these individuals, they succumb to whatever they succumb to, and they're you know, my opinion of them is, well, oh, your problem, not mine. Anyway, but yeah, true stories, true stories. So, um, the point in me sharing this stuff is to really just talk about talk about life, talk about empowering people, because a lot of people, I don't care where you come from. You can have the wealthiest parents. They could be Ivy League scholar graduates. They could earn all kinds of money. You could be more jacked than a kid who is left on the curb. All right. So that thing of, you know, oh, it's the parents' fault. No, it's the individual. People become who they are. Yes, we are. Come on, my lovey. Oh, come here, baby. Come here. Let me wipe up the snow. But we are creatures of our environment. But you also, you know, you can, if you have the, you need to have the stamina. And I got the stamina from my mom, being a handicapped woman and raising four of us and keeping us in line, like, down that street now. She was a drill sergeant. My mother was general. What'd you say? When I was having my son, I was, his father was out and about chasing a lot of tail. And while his father was out and about chasing tail, while we were still married, he decided to chase one tail who happened to be, who was carrying a wonderful package known as a ST blank. And then him and I, who are husband and wife, he tells me after. So I think there may have been an iron in my vicinity, and it just kind of so happened to just go in the air. Yeah, I had to go to the hospital. I was 8 months pregnant. Go to the hospital. Misericordia. My son's father he was such a womanizer. Oh my God. He was a very good looking guy, and women used to, and he was charismatic, and he had that papi chulo swag. He was Puerto Rican and Italian, but he had that Guido, like he thought he was like, he had a nice physique. I found him to be attractive. My son says, oh my God, Ma, my son thinks he's so Anglo. My son thinks he's like Dexter. Freaking kid. Anyway, 8 months pregnant, I had to go to the emergency room, and I had to get these injections that were like a 22 gauge needle in my buttocks. And yeah, that was fun. Yeah, yeah. He was something else, that guy. Then after my son was about a year and a half old, and he was like, out. I couldn't find this guy. I go to his mother's house with my son. Just so happened that because he would always disappear on me, one of the kids I went to high school came to see how I was doing. So I was upset. I was like, yeah, he's no good. Da 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 da. I got now. I'm gonna end up having to divorce this guy. I don't want to end up popped up with a bunch of kids. So he was like, yeah. This kid had tickets to a show. It was, where was it? The bottom line down in the village, right? NYU. My mother babysat. We go to the city, right? We're waiting online. Who do I see driving by but my son's father with some girl? This is my son's father. I'll pretend I'm my son's father. The girl was like this with him. And I see that, and I go chasing him. Your mother! I'm running down. His father takes off. Then I had to go get my son that night. I called up my mother-in-law crying. I was like, your son. Patty, calm down, he'll come around. I had to go get my son the next day. And then his younger brother, Frankie, Frankie, they lived in Parkchester. They had moved to Parkchester. They used to have a house in Country Club, and then they sold the house. They would get another house. Okay, so Frankie, Frankie Porcaro, who then was about, let's see, I was 19 when I had my son, so I was about 20, 21, right? 21 with a baby, right? Clear freaking head. Anyway, so Frankie says, Frankie must have, I don't know, he may have called his brother or something, or, yeah, because the grandma, my Titi lived next door, my son's great grandmother, little Celia Correa. Um, Frankie had gone over there, and I guess Tommy showed up over there, right? So Frankie comes back in, and he goes, I see him taking out his father's clothes, his brother's clothes, my son's father, who was actually my legal husband at the time, but what a disaster. I see him, he's got the clothes. I think I'm like, my head freaking screws on. Where you going? It's like, nothing. I'm just, some clothes. That's your brother's clothes. Where is he? Then I saw. Patty, calm down. And I go start to swing at his father. Yeah. Don't piss off. Don't piss off. Do not make a Latin ethnic woman angry, because we're going to come at you. We're going to make your little webbles. You're going to be like you're going to be so emasculated. Don't ever do it, gentlemen. Don't ever do it. Any woman, period. But if a woman she's got fire, whew, you're going to see fire. You're going to be like, oh my God, what did I do? Anyway, so then later on in life, we became good friends. But he was, another story with his father. I go again, because I was always looking for him. It was like, Tommy, I need money, Tommy, I need Pampers, Tommy, I need formula. Anyway, and for me to ask people, it was like, I felt like I was oh my God. That's why I only had one kid. I was like, no. I'm not going to be one of these women who gets popped up and's got to have banging out all these kids because you want a family. But then that family guy that you procreated with is popping everybody else too. No, thank you. No, thank you. Go away. You need to go. Goodbye. Go do something with your time. Maybe go to take a walk. Go to the bathroom. Oh my God, his father was something. Oh yeah, looking for him again, Helen Bay Park, and I asked these girls, "Hey, you see Tommy?" So another girl yells out, her name is Lorraine. Lorraine is a cousin of my son's father's second ex-wife, and Lorraine goes, "Oh, him and Linda, they're at the movies." I go, "He's Linda?" And I'm going, she's like, "Yeah, you ain't gonna." I was like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Keep going. You don't know who you're dealing with." I was like, "Yeah, likewise, sister. Likewise, you don't want to, don't." But then I was like, I'm going to fight. I'm going to lower myself for this man. Never in my life. Ever. Ladies, if they're going to report, he is saying, yep. Thank you. Yeah, crazy stuff, real funny stuff. So, disregard the commentator, these people who are making these ridiculous comments. They haven't taken their pharmaceuticals for the day, and it's time, medication time. So anyway, yeah, like never ever. And women who lower themselves to conduct themselves aggressively with another female because of a man, oh honey, honeys. Never, ever, because A man is a man is a man. A man will always do what he wants. A man will have his little nest egg, his little domicile, and then he'll have. There'll be others. There'll be others. There'll be others. All right. There'll be others. I know. I was on the opposite side of that fence, unfortunately. But anyway, that's learning. That's life learning. That's life learning. Anyway, everybody, have a really good day. Have a really good day. And for YouTube, do you see these comments from these individuals here? Yeah. Advise them all to consume some type of pharmaceutical, maybe, or something natural, so they could stop. But anyway, yeah. So for women, always be independent. Don't depend on your husband. I couldn't depend on nobody. I was always on my own. I mean, I had like basically once I was old enough, like once I was working, my mother was like, "You come home every week with the money, put the money on the table," and that was it. But when I was how I married his father was to get out of the house. I was like, "Oh, here's my chance. Here's my opportunity. There's that house. I'm gonna get that house and Westchester with the white picket fence, and I'll be able to have bonbons and put on my pretty dress when my husband comes home from work and serve him his eyeball." I lived in the Beaver Cleaver fantasy land of what TV shows. Hold on, Dina. Dina, be quiet. Be quiet. Oh man, the snow is getting heavy and thick. I gotta go to the hospital. I got a truck though. I'll manage. I'll manage. All right, everybody. I hope I entertained you with my stories of enlightenment and true life events, and always be independent. Oh, and before I sign off, I'll show my another project. Hold on. This is art that I made back in '95. I'm just finally. I've been a little slow on the curve here. I've been a little slow on the curve. I did have these in my portfolio. Stuff that I made. This is from Cortland Park. That's what I saw. I used to go there and walk. Yep. Oh my God. The Danish. Be quiet, girl. Hold on. Look at that. The taste. This is after I took a tab. No, only kidding. I always see colors. I see art and everything. I just love these colors. They're so cool. Look, and I signed it, my little initials. Oh my God, the underwater world. Oh. Anyway. My plants were growing. This was a freebie. This was I found at the dump. That's just the marking on it. These are auto body shop benches. Yeah, they're super heavy too. Each one can hold about 500 pounds. Yeah. I mean, because, yeah, getting under that, Or if you got to put a jack on this to get underneath, like to remove a tire or the hydraulics on a car. Anyway, this soon-to-be patient will be admitted, will be skedaddling soon. Everybody, have a good one. I'm washing the cover. Till next time. Oh God, yeah, I'm dragging. And for those who are following me and listening, the audio that I have is going to be sent to, everything is going to be sent to a security firm, and I'm going to find out. I actually know, I know that I'm being watched. So go ahead, continue. Till next time. Wish me luck. Oh God. Peace. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my channel, what I have to say, follow and share. If you hit the like button, it increases algorithms. I know a lot of people say that once they start their video, they just get into it. Like, I rather just talk about stuff and then ask at the end. You know, piety, piety. Always, always be humble. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Be safe and careful and stay hydrated and crazy world out there. Also, don't, if you see somebody like reacting and being aggressive towards you, just nod your head. Yeah, okay, 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 okay. Because that same person can end up being very detrimental to your life and, you know, over something really trivial. Really trivial. And it's just the times we're living in, you know. It's a lot of people that display aberrant behavior, erratic behavior, and their families don't, you know, circle in, or their community, or they're by themselves, you know, and it's just sad. It's like people don't really GAF about what they see. They're like everybody is like on autopilot. It's like, you know, the me living of society. Till next time, stay well.